Hi guys, I have quite recently moved to Perth from India, and in this video, I'm going to share my first impressions about the lifestyle here. At the end of the video, I'm also going to share my perspective on whether you should consider moving overseas or not. These days, we actually see a lot of people moving out of India and settling abroad. This could be Canada, America, Europe, Australia, and many more. A foreign life or life overseas has always intrigued us, a lot of Indians, with what we actually see on social media. And I believe that we love to get a perspective of different countries and decide and understand whether that is something which we can pursue or not. Hi guys, this is Athulya and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So this is one of the most requested videos on my channel. That is, a lot of people have been constantly asking how is it like living there, how's life over there, and what is different, how is it different from India, and things like that. So in this video, I have tried to capture all of my first impressions, and this video is going to be helpful for those people who are planning to move overseas, who are considering to move out for studies or maybe for job, or for people who in general like to watch lifestyle content, like foreign lifestyle content. So the very first thing which you're going to notice here is definitely a very high standard of living. Of course, everything here is super clean compared to India. Cities, suburbs are very well maintained. So even in case of our apartment, there is a proper vacuum cleaning which is done every day. The parking lots, the hallways, everything is cleaned every day. If you are living in an independent home in a suburb, then there is, every house has a specific fees which you need to pay, and that is basically for maintaining that place, and that is being taken care of very nicely. And because of that, all the suburbs and roads and everything is pretty clean, and that itself gives a very good sort of a vibe, which is really nice. So except for the main city, most people here live in independent houses with good land space and all of that. So what I have noticed is people here care a lot about spending a very good time with family, and we have a very good, at least we try to get a very good work-life balance as well. And if you ask me, the vibe here, it's pretty laid back, enjoy, live your life kind of a vibe. So if you go to a beach on a weekend or maybe Friday evening, you will see a lot of people enjoying there, having their picnics, beaches, parks, and all of that. So people here basically love that large living area where they can spend a lot of time with family, and a little outdoor space where a lot of people also have a trampoline for their kids, so, or for a barbecue night or things like that. So if you ask me, these things are not possible in an apartment, which is why most people here own independent houses, especially when they have family and kids. Definitely an independent house. And the address, the house address is pretty clean. It's just the house number, the street name, the suburb name, and a 4-digit pin code. So it's just one line, and it's pretty neat and clean. That is one thing which I don't know, I just like. Then the second thing is, every suburb is very well connected to amenities. So every suburb has a lot of parks, gardens, then daycare, primary school, grocery store, gym, maybe a recreational center. So all of these amenities are pretty close, within 5-kilometer radius, and that is something which I really love. And when you go to the park, you will see people having sort of a picnic, and most of the parks have these benches where you can sit, and then there are a lot of playgrounds as well. The next thing is, huge importance is given to health and fitness. So the medical facilities here are top notch, and of course it's expensive as well. Even the gyms and recreational centers you'll see are almost filled with people most of the time. And the good part is, you will also find people who are of different age groups. Like, you will find people who are 60 plus as well. So back in India, I used to see only young people, like about 20 to 35 years of age, mostly in the gym. But here, it's super interesting to see a granny, 60-year-old granny, or at least 60-plus-year-old granny lifting weights. And that definitely motivates me to pull a few extra reps. Next thing on my list is sports. So there is a reason why Australia has a lot of medals and accolades. Of course, sports is given a lot of importance, especially the outdoor sports. So here what I have noticed is students, the moment they start going to school, like grade 1, grade 2, they are also going to a coaching center or a sports academy where they are learning at least one or two different types of sports. It could be basketball, it could be football, anything. They are learning. And even the parents encourage their kids to learn multiple sports, which is really interesting because definitely a kid learns a lot from sports. Another thing is swimming. So swimming is like a mandatory skill. Everyone here, at least 95% of people here know how to swim. Like, of course, the Australians and not the migrants. So since Australia is a huge island, 75% of all the adventure activities has to do with water, and it's more enjoyable, more fun if you know how to swim. And thus kids learn swimming from a very young age. So except for big stores, big grocery stores, and our everyday living stores where we get stuff for our everyday living, like Woolworths, Big W, Kmart, most of the other stores closes by 5 p.m. every day except for Thursday. So at first, if you come here from a busy city like Mumbai or Bangalore, you might feel that this concept is pretty stupid. After 5 p.m., you cannot get an appointment for your hair or nails or anything. So if you are a working woman, then that's a problem. So Thursday is the only day when you can make late appointments, or of course you have Saturdays and Sundays, but that too is half day, so no much luck over there. So initially I used to feel, why do we have such a system? But now I have realized that this is majorly because we focus, or people here focus a lot on work-life balance and being able to spend a lot of time with family. And thus people who work in such sort of stores would also like to spend more time with family, and that's the reason most of the stores close by 5 p.m. So now when I think about it, it's actually good, and it helps with planning all the appointments and big purchases beforehand. So that's really nice. It makes me feel more organized. So yes, it's working pretty well. The next thing which you're going to notice here is the quality of fruits and vegetables. So if you are somebody who loves veggies and fruits, then this is a very good thing for you, because the fruits and veggies, they are big, they look really pretty, and they taste yum as well. And there are people who say that we don't get a lot of things that we get in India, but I have a different opinion. What I have felt is, yes, you get everything. If not fresh, you'll get it in a frozen format, but you do get everything that you get in India. That's what, and this is completely from my experience. Till now, I haven't found anything, any fruit or any vegetable which I would want to get and I'm not getting here. Point number 8 is we have a very clean transport system. So there is one freeway which connects the entire city from the north to the south, and you can drive at a speed of 100 over here. So it's pretty easy to reach anywhere. It doesn't take a lot of time. And then you have suburbs on both sides of the freeways. And if you are wanting to use the public transport, then of course you can buy your tickets by paying. Otherwise, you can also have this one transport card with which you will be able to use all the public transport, be it trains, buses, or ferries. So you have a tag on and tag off system. You just need to recharge your card, and it happens on an automatic basis. So you can just use this card and go wherever you want. The next thing which you're going to notice is most of the things here are self-service, be it filling petrol at the gas station or billing your groceries at the grocery store. Now, this is really interesting because you can avoid the long queue at the grocery store. But on the other hand, I also feel that this is not a cool thing because as more things get automated and self-service, there are a lot of people who are losing their jobs as well. So another thing which I really like here is parents here encourage their kids to be independent from a very young age. That is, you'll see a lot of kids who are working at these grocery stores or Kmart's and Woolworths, things like that, or waiting tables and at the petrol stations and all of those sort of jobs. And that is really interesting because I haven't seen this in India. And this is very good for the kid because the children, if they start learning from that young age the difficulties of earning money, and if they understand, like if they start working, they will understand how their parents have worked so hard to be able to afford that sort of a lifestyle for them. They tend to value money more. That's what I feel. So that is something which I really liked. So my next point is gonna be exciting for all the foodies out there. So here, when it comes to food, you get hundreds of different types of cuisine. If you're a foodie person who loves to try different cuisines, you will enjoy the most. You have a wide variety of food, be it Asian, French, Italian, Mexican, Spanish, Malaysian, Chinese, Indian, whatnot. Like, you will get everything. And if you are also a person who loves meat, it's even better because the vegetarian options are a little less, but of course with meat you have a lot of options. Now, of course, you can enjoy all of these things, the higher standard of living and all of it. But living overseas definitely comes with a price. You stay away from your family, sometimes for really long. And it's not as easy to just book the tickets and move back to India. It requires a good level of planning. So that's one of the most dreading aspects of living overseas. But somehow, if you stay here over a period of time, you completely become a very much self-sufficient kind of a person. You'll be able to pick yourself up and move ahead, move on with your life. And that's the beauty of it. One has to do it all. Yes, you learn everything, be it assembling furniture, fixing a light, cleaning the house, the laundry, everything. Yes, you need to do everything on a daily basis. It's very difficult to get help for such things. So now let's answer the most important question. So should you be looking to move out of your home country and living overseas or living in a more developed country? Now this completely depends on what do you want from your life and what stage are you in. So if you are somebody who loves to be in comfort zone, be around the family and be in places that you already know and grow, then this is gonna be extremely difficult for you, and living in India is definitely great for you. But if you are somebody who believes in getting out of comfort zone, putting yourself in a challenging situation and then learning from it, then maybe you can start looking for opportunities overseas, and you can definitely grab a job or come here for masters. By here, I am not just indicating Australia or Perth, but a developed nation in general. Now, initially, when you move here, it's gonna be extremely challenging. Everything is gonna be quite overwhelming. You'll have to unlearn a lot of things. You'll realize that there are a lot of basic things which people here do and we don't know because we are not used to doing these things back in India. But then over a period of time, you will get better. You'll learn a lot of stuffs and you will get to work with people across the world. So during the brainstorming sessions, the perspectives that you get is insane. So if you are somebody who likes to be in such sort of situations, then this is definitely amazing. You can definitely consider to move to a more developed country and experience that for some time. That being said, I also believe that if you are under 30 and you are earning around 30 lakh salary in India or more, then India is one of the bestest place that you can live in. So why I'm saying that is because with that sort of salary, you can afford a very high standard of living. Plus, you can travel wherever you want. Like, you will be able to make a lot of trips, so you can definitely experience these sort of lifestyles. Maybe not for an everyday basis, but for good 10-12 days, you can do that. You will be able to save more in India than here. I personally believe that if you have a higher salary, then it's definitely better to stay in India, because a major chunk of your salary just goes into living this pretty life, or as it seems on social media at least, if you are here. So that is one thing which you can think about. So with that, we come to an end to this video, and I hope you really liked the content, and I hope that it was thought-provoking and it's making you think what would you like to do for your life. Now, this is a little different from the content that I usually create, but now I have a feeling that I need to switch a little towards living overseas and that sort of content, because this is what is being more appreciated on this channel. And I have made this video with a lot of love and efforts, and I hope you really like it. So if you like this, definitely show it to me by hitting that thumbs up button. Subscribe to my channel for more growth related content, be it career growth or personal growth. It's all about leveling up your life. Thank you so much for watching. This is me, Athulya Nair, signing off. Ciao!